All right, so I'm standing out here outside of doTERRA's headquarters. It's beautiful and it's actually really hot today. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, I think one of the most critical aspects of our general healthcare, which is micronutrition, and the way in which we feed ourselves, we feed our body so that we can be as optimally healthy as possible. What tends to happen in our body is we go through cycles of increase in terms of inflammatory processes. We go through processes where your neurotransmitters will be increased in production or decreased. And based on how we feed our cells, our body will function on a day-to-day level optimally, where sometimes we're more tired and sometimes we carry with us more disease or infection. And it just is the way it is, right? We're all going to cycle up and down, and it's these patterns of cycling that we want to minimize. So whether we're running at more of an inflamed state, or whether we're a little bit more balanced and a little bit more healthy, or whether we're a little bit more infected or sick, right? This whole process isn't up and down. So what does something like lifelong vitality really do at its base level? What we're doing is we're delivering very specific nutrition from a micronutrient standpoint to our cells so that we can moderate the ups and downs. Does that make sense? We want to kind of run nice and flat right in the middle as much as possible. It's never going to be perfect and it's never really going to happen every day. But our goal is to be kind of right in the middle, so our blips are tiny. So if you think of lifelong vitality in that sense, what we're doing is delivering specific fatty acids for the production of myelin and other things in the body. You're delivering it to reduce triglyceride counts. You're doing it to create an overall healthier brain. And then when you look at some of the other micronutrition, it delivers the ability to cells so that they can function at this higher level. So my encouragement to you is that once you have found a supplement system like Lifelong Vitality, and you can believe that the products themselves within it are put together and kind of put in a little box just right, then you should be using it consistently. So of all the products, Lifelong Vitality is one of my absolute favorites. It also contains a whole number of different essential oils, the compounds found in different plants, fruits, flowers, and those, when added to these micronutritional little pieces, whether they're metal ions or whatever, right? When you add these things together, you have a much more powerful supplement system. So if somebody asks you, well, why should I use Lifelong Vitality stuff instead of just going over to XYZ store and buying theirs? Well, number one, guaranteed theirs will not have the same formulation. So it's the quantity of each type of micronutritional piece. Second, doesn't have any of the essential oil compounds or components. And you may not, so let's say someone says, well, so what? It doesn't have the essential oil components. Good question. Let me answer that. Well, look, do a little search real quick for this little grumpy person who says they don't need the essential oil compounds. Have them look up some of the benefits of frankincense, for instance. Look up some of the compounds that are present in frankincense and the studies they have found that in daily consumption of those compounds, what it will do for your body, what it does to help change your overall structure and health. The studies are amazing. So when doTERRA moderates and modulates actually your vitamin system and adds these different things to it, suddenly you have the best prepared supplement system that exists. So from a medical standpoint, do I love them? Absolutely. From a nerdy science guy standpoint, do I love them? Absolutely, because the product is very well designed. And lastly, I want to point out, you will notice there's been a lot of talk out there in the media and every types of supplements. Hooray for doTERRA, because you know what they did? They're ahead of the curve. They actually looked at that and said, there are certain types of vitamins or minerals that we don't need that much of. We're not making some mega dose vitamin here. We're going to refine it so it's exactly what the body needs. So it's probably one of the safest micronutrient and cellular health packages that you will ever find. So I super encourage you to use it. It's great. Absolutely fantastic. And by the way, if you do buy it, may I suggest you also throw in the deep blue polyphenols. The polyphenol complex is one of my favorites in terms of an addition to this. So just Just putting it out there. Polyphenols are so stinking healthy for the body. They're like the little, just think of it like you hired your own Marine Corps to come step into your body and to run around and to knock out all the free radicals and all these little nasty critters that could be floating around. That's really what this is. You've hired your own private army to step in and keep you safe. So it's, I don't know if that's a good analogy or not, but it sounds kind of fun to me. So either way, enjoy.